Hi guys, so today for you I will be doing a video that I kind of don't really want to do, if I'm honest. And it is sorry about all the rustling, it is a disappointing products video. I don't really like doing these because I feel like, you know, not every product is going to work for every person, and everyone is going to have their opinions on a product, and some of them are good and some of them are bad. And I'm just going to put a little disclaimer, which I know is at like the beginning of every single one of these videos, and that is that this is just my opinion. It is not the be all and end all of opinions. Makeup is like art. It's a very personal thing, and people like what they like and they don't like what they don't like, and it's just, makeup isn't important, it's just a fun part of life. It isn't a political opinion, it isn't even an important opinion, but these are just some products that didn't really work for me and that I didn't really enjoy using. So I have them all scattered over there, so I'm just going to start with the first thing at hand. And this isn't so much a disappointing product in that it didn't work, because this was beautiful. This is the Lash Domination mascara by Bare Minerals. This was beautiful. I love this mascara. I still do love this mascara. It's got a beautiful sized wand that's kind of twisty, which is cool. It coats the lashes really well. It makes my lashes look really long and really voluminous and really curled, so it works. Pardon me, I'm drinking tea. But yeah, it just works really, really well. Unfortunately, my eyes are very sensitive to one of the minerals in the Bare Minerals products. I don't know why, it just makes my eyes itch like nobody's business. This does it, their kohl pencil does it. Weirdly enough though, their foundation is fine, because I wear their foundation, so it's fine. But yeah, I don't know why it does that, it's really odd. But I'm keeping it because one day I will not be sensitive to this. I promise. Yeah. Okay, the next product I have is, it's only half of the product that I'm actually disappointed in, because it's like a kit, so it's only half of the product that bothers me, and it is the W7 Hollywood Bronze and Glow Kit, and it is pretty much a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury one. It's got the same sort of flared out pattern, etc, etc. Now, this bronzer I use daily. It is the only bronzer I found that is suitable for really, really light skin. It's got a slight shimmer to it, so it's not really suitable for a contour shade, but it's really, really good for fairer skin tones, and I think that if you are fair like I am, then this would definitely be something to look into. I just wish it was sold without the highlighter, because the highlighter just isn't good. I mean, it's really, really chalky. It basically just looks like an eyeshadow. And when you sort of, I don't know, I don't even know if you can see that. It is kind of pretty, but it's just not there. And it doesn't sit well on the skin, and it just moves throughout the day. And it's just not a nice thing to use. And it's kind of chunky as well. So, yeah, this highlight, not lit. This bronzer, awesome. Yeah. Okay, next up is a lip product that some people are going to be so angry at me for, and I am so sorry, but this is the NYX Liquid Lingerie. Now, in the shade I've got is Lace Detail. I don't have a problem with the formula of this product. I don't have a problem with the long wearingness of this product. That was articulate, well done. It's and I like the things that NYX stand for. I like the fact that they're cruelty free. I like their products, but this shade is not good for me, which is my own fault. I bought it and I didn't swatch it, which is just a stupid thing to do, but I don't like the applicator. I really don't. I cannot get on with this. Just, what is this? It's too big for my lip, and I don't really understand who else's lips is that gonna fit. Like, what? I don't understand, and I don't see what anything is wrong with the, but no, don't call it that, the doe foot applicator. I call them Barbie foot applicators because they look like a Barbie foot, but I know that in this world they're called doe foot applicators, so that's what a child would try and say. But if I do say Barbie foot applicator, you know what I'm talking about. This is just a weird flat paddle, and I don't like it. I like the formula, I like everything else, I just don't like this shade, and I don't like the applicator, so sorry, NYX. Okay, the next few things I have in my hand are also lip products, and these are the only lip products that I have that I don't like here. And the next one, and this isn't anything to do with the shade, I just grabbed the lipstick. I have quite a lot of Lime Crime lipsticks. I stopped supporting them when that whole thing kicked off, which I'm not going into, but I stopped supporting them, and when I look back, I don't really know why I bought these, if I'm totally honest. I mean, again, they have a nice applicator, the packaging's nice, the thing is nice to hold, like the handle's nice to hold. It's just the formula. Their colour range is absolutely friggin' amazing, but it's just the formula. I can't get on with this formula. It is so drying. It just sucks every single ounce of moisture out of my lip, and I'm quite lucky. I have quite smooth lips. I don't really get chapped lips very much, and I don't have like exceptionally cracked lips, but when I wear this, I look like I've been out in gale force freezing winds, because I just look like my lips are chapped, and it's just not attractive, and I can't get on board with it. And with everything else that went on, I can't do it, and I don't like Lime Crime products. Sorry. Okay, the next one, I don't even really know why I bought this, if I'm honest. It's not really my colour. And this is the Revlon Colourburst Matte Balm. It looks like it's like a crayon lipstick. And as you can see, I have barely used it. The formula's not bad, kind of waxy, but you can deal. It's not particularly patchy. It lasts really nicely. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the shade. And also, now that I'm looking at it, it has this kind of weird film around the outside, which isn't cute. And also, for some reason, I can also unscrew the bottom of mine. I don't know if that's meant to happen. But yeah, just not a fan. Sorry, Revlon, I like a lot of your stuff, but that's just a no from me. And lastly, in lip products, I have this, and this is totally my own fault, because this is what happens when you buy crappy makeup on eBay, kids. Don't do it. I picked this up, and I don't even think it's actually branded. It's Kiss Proof Soft Lipstick, and this is in the shade 9. And I picked it up because I heard it was kind of a dupe for the No. 7 lip crayons. So I picked it up, hoping that it was. It frigging isn't. Alright, this is the colour shade that it is, and this is so waxy, it's actually unpleasant. I don't mind waxy lipsticks, they don't really bother me that much, but there's a point where it's just too waxy, and it's just not comfy to wear, and the colour's not great, and it's just bleh. No. It's a no from me. Hang on, I'm just trying to reach all my products that have been launched over there. Okay, the next thing I have in my hand is a skincare product. This is the only skincare product that I have in here, because with makeup, I'm a little bit more like, yeah, I'll just try it. I'll see what happens. With skincare, I'm a little bit more reserved. I tend to research the skincare that I use, and I tend to stick to the same thing. If I find something that works for me, I'm just like, that's it. That's me done. I don't need no more skincare. That's me done. I'm done. But I picked this up because I didn't have a blackhead scrub, and I do suffer with blackheads in places where I get really greasy, so like in my nose here and sort of along my chin. So I thought I'd give something a go that was aimed at blackhead control, and I picked this up in the UK. They have a shop called Savers, and it is the literal definition of a drugstore basically, and everything they sell in there is like super cheap. And I just popped in there with my mum, and this was in my birthday haul. I picked this up, and it was like 99p, so I'm not really too bothered. But this is the Beauty Formulas Blackhead Control Facial Scrub with salicylic acid to help problem skin. Now, this isn't a bad product. it just didn't do anything for me. If I'm honest, it just didn't work. And for 99p, you know, I'm not too mad, but that's not the point. The point is even if you're marketing, whether you're marketing a product at 99p or whether you're marketing a product at £99, it should do something, you know. And it just annoys me when you get these products that just don't work. And I think that annoys me more than a product that didn't work for me. I couldn't see this working for anybody. And I've actually heard this. And another thing, it smells weird. Which I don't want to rub something that smells weird on my face, because that's just not good. It's got a kind of minty dental smell, and I don't understand where that comes from. I don't know why a blackhead control formula would contain a minty smell. I don't know. It's crap. Don't buy it. Another thing I'm going to add to the disclaimer. I'm not going to apologise for my opinions. Okay? And I don't want people to get all sensitive about it. So I'm just saying, before I get any hate in the comments for me saying that a product is crap and that I don't like it, stop being so friggin' sensitive. I'm not going to apologise for my opinion. You don't have to listen to me. You know, I'm just a mere mortal in the world that you do not have to listen to. But, you know, I hope that from this you can take away a little bit of information about these products if you're interested in them, and also just to try and figure out what works for you. For me, I have oily to combinations. I have oily. No, I don't. I'm talking out my butt now. I have combination to dry skin that is slightly sensitive. If you have the same sort of skin type as me, then some of the products that I'm going to show you are not going to work. If you are like me and you don't like very strong bronzers, some of these products aren't going to work. If, like me, you don't like rubbish mascara, then these products aren't going to work. You know, and I just don't want people to be mad at me. I'm just putting out my opinion, okay? So please do not be a dick in the comments. Thank you. And now moving on. This thing makes me so angry. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Blusher. Now, I'm not really a blusher type of girl because I have quite a rosy face. So blushes aren't really an issue for me because I can just sort of move about a bit and I'm blushed. So I don't even really know why I bought this. I saw the colour and I thought, oh, that's very pretty. So I thought I'd pick it up, and it's in the shade Light Pink and it looks like this. So there's a few things about this. Firstly, the packaging is terrible and really cheap and I just don't like it. Secondly, this thing has no pigment. I have swatched this up and down here. There is nothing. Nothing. Thirdly, it's done that weird thing if products get wet where it sort of bubbles up. This hasn't got wet. I know that much. Because it's kept in a place with other powders. It doesn't have a chance to get wet. Thirdly, that gaping great hole where it looks like I have hit pan, that happened after 3 uses. What? How can you hit pan on a product after 3 uses? And I do not pile blush on. I do not push a brush into it so hard that it breaks. I do not push my finger into it so hard that it breaks. I don't get it. I don't know what happened. And, you know, again, it's not a lot of money. You know, 4 or 5 quid is not a lot of money in the grand scheme of things. But when you're paying for something to make you feel good about yourself and it just makes you feel worse, why are you doing it? I mean, it just doesn't make sense. And it annoys me. I do not. This is a product where a lot of products I can understand why they were marketed. You know, they may have a gimmick, they may have a novelty feature to them. They may be very good products that just don't work for me. This, I don't understand how this got on the shelves. If I'm totally honest, I do not understand. Shit. Okay, next up I have for you another mascara. And my favourite mascara is the No. 7 Curl Impact in the red glittery tube. I love that mascara. It makes my eyelashes look great. It makes me feel, it feels comfortable to wear. It doesn't transfer. It comes off nicely. It's just a lovely mascara to wear. This one, however, it's not a bad mascara. This is the No. 7 Midnight Lash mascara. Before I start, this is not a bad mascara. Not at all. It looks gorgeous on the eyelashes, but it transfers like a bitch. It just transfers all underneath the eyes, and you know, that is not a look I'm really going for, if I'm honest. I have dark circles. I conceal them. I do not want to have them back after concealing. I don't want that. No. And this just does that. I mean, I found if I use another mascara on top that doesn't transfer, it's absolutely fine. I'm just saying that if you want to use this as just a product on its own, I don't think it'll work. You kind of have to use like a top coat or another mascara just to make it not transfer, and it's just a bit of a pain. So, yeah. Okay, the next thing people are going to get so livid, but whatever. I got this, and I was so excited. I have never been so excited about a product, I don't think, ever. It is the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette. Now, I love Too Faced. I friggin' love Too Faced products. They just make me happy. Just looking at them make me happy. Honestly, it's really weird. But this one, I don't know. The only thing I really like about it is the smell and the colours in it. Like, I love the smell of it. I love the colour range. I think it's a gorgeous palette. The packaging is crap. Like, this is fixing to come apart. This is not happy. And I don't know. I mean, most of the shades are really good. Like Satin Sheet, that one's really good. That one's not so much. Cotton Candy is really good. This pink down here. This pink down here. This is Satin Sheet. Bordeaux is pretty crap, if I'm honest. Just some of them aren't pigmented and some of them are. It's a really inconsistent palette, which bothers me. Some of the colours are very, very, very pigmented, like Cafe au Lait. That one's really good. But just like take Molasses Chip, for example. I'll show you. Molasses Chip. Can you see it's almost got like a film on top? And that wasn't there when I first bought it. It wasn't like some products you have to sort of like scrape it off to get the good product underneath. That was what was underneath the rest of the product. And 1, 2, 3, 4 of the colours in this palette have done that. And to me, that is just not good enough. The quality is just not there. I mean, I have the Peach palette, which is just life itself. But this is just, I don't know, it doesn't have the same Too Faced quality to it, and I don't know whether they used a different production company or whether they used a different factory or what they did, but something about this just ain't right, and it's not good. I'm sorry, Too Faced, but it's just not a good palette. The only good thing about it is that it has a really good colour selection. Like, you could do an entire look out of this, but that doesn't really make up for the lack of quality, so sorry. Meh. Okay, next up is one more eye product. Oh yeah. And this, I want to like it because of its idea, but I can't. And it is the 17 Tattoo Me 48 Hour Liquid Eyeliner. And don't get me wrong, this is semi-permanent. This ain't going nowhere. You put this on your eye, this ain't going nowhere. Which is the problem. It's very unforgiving. You can't sort of mess up a little bit. You have to be incredibly precise. I use eyeliner pens, which to me are just much easier. This was just a pain in the ass. This is a proper doodad, or those things, and I can't get to grips with these. I just can't. I can't do it. I've tried, and I suck at it. And for these, I just think they're not good for somebody who isn't absolutely perfect at their eyeliner. And, you know, for the rest of us mere mortals, when we're trying to do our eyeliner and we kind of mess up a little bit, and then we have to spend 20 minutes trying to get it off, it's just not worth it. And again, it is such a cheap product and the idea is amazing, but do it in an eyeliner pen form, because that's how I found a lot of people prefer to do their eyeliner with a pen. I can't get on board with it, and I just don't like it. I'm sorry. It is very black and it does dry down matte, so it's not the formula that I have a problem with, it's the application that I have a problem with. Yeah. Next up, I have three concealers to talk about. I'm a bit of a concealer nutter. I like concealer. And the first one I'm going to talk about is a colour corrector. And I don't actually think I've met anybody who can either colour correct well, colour correct correctly, or bother to colour correct. I've never met anybody that can really do it or wants to do it. And I've definitely discovered that I am a mixture of all three. I can't do it well, I don't know how to do it, and I don't like doing it. But anyway, I picked up the W7 Go Corrective Concealer in the shade Lavender and it says here that this is for dark circles, specifically made for dark circles, which I found was a bit weird because why would you put blue on top of blue to make it go away, but whatever. Anyway, this is just such a thick, greasy, waxy product. And it doesn't blend either. And I have to then use another concealer on top of it, which obviously doesn't sit well because it's a wax product. And I end up having slightly lilac-y under eyes, which, you know, if I wanted to do that, I'd just not put concealer on. You know, and it just seems like a bit of a waste of time and effort and money, and I don't like it. I don't get it, and I don't like it. Okay, my next concealer is a little bit more high-end. I wouldn't say it's high-end, but whereas that one was like £1, this one was £8. And this is the Nip and Fab colour corrector in the shade Banana. And I have the same problem as I had with the other one. The shade is just not great. It doesn't blend very well. It leaves a weird cast on my skin. I like the fact that it is a liquid. I don't mind that. That's great. But it leaves a kind of weird, sickly, jaundiced cast on my skin. Can you see? This is where I've done it. And it just doesn't look great. And again, I have to use another concealer on top of it. But what really bothers me about this is its application. I like the doe foot applicators. Sorry, I don't call them that. I call them Barbie foot applicators because they look like Barbie feet to me. So if I say that, you will know exactly what I mean. Anyway, I like a Barbie foot applicator on my concealer. This is like some weird freakish paintbrush that you then squeeze the tube and the product comes out the top. And I'm just like, what the hell? No. This does not work. No. So the product itself, I'm not mad at. It is just the application and the blending of said product. And I think that if I then have to apply another concealer on top of it, I don't see the point. I really don't. So yeah. Okay, the last product in my little concealer section is going to upset so many people. And I'm so sorry. No, actually I'm not sorry. I've already said I'm not going to apologise for my opinions. So, sorry, not sorry. This is the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer. Now, I don't actually dislike this concealer. What got me was this was so hyped up by so many beauty gurus, and you know, they were like, it's so cheap and this concealer is frigging life and this concealer is the best thing you'll ever own. Well, yeah, it was cheap and yeah, it's a decent concealer, but it's not the best thing I ever used. The best concealer I've ever used is the Tarte Shape Tape. You know, to me this is slightly watery, which I'm not really mad at. It's slightly watery. It has a nice Barbie foot applicator. It's a good shade, a really good shade for me. But I have very, very dark under eyes, and I also have a lot of lines and a lot of texture under my under eyes. And you can probably see on this eye, it's creased, and that happens with most concealers on me, if I'm honest. My eyes crease. It's just a part of my life. You have to accept it and move on, and just accept that you're going to have lines under your eyes. You're not going to have that smooth doll-like freak thing going on, it's just not going to happen for you. And I accepted that a long time ago, and it was cool. And I found the Tarte Shape Tape, and I loved it, and it was the best thing ever. And now I can't get hold of it again because I'm poor and I'm in the UK and I hate it. But again, I don't dislike this. I'm just annoyed at the hype that it got, and you know, the amount of beauty gurus that were like, this is the best thing ever. And I'm like, you have access to so many better products and you're bigging this one up. And I just, part of me thinks, is it PR? Is it, you know, like, is it a massive sort of bigging up thing where you're trying to get the product's name out there? I don't understand. It's not bad, it's just not great, and it's just a bit disappointing. Okay, I'm on to my last 4 products, and these are all face products. And the first thing, because it's the first thing I grabbed, is this. Now, I know that a lot of people in a lot of these videos have said they don't like this, and it is the Maybelline Baby Skin Pore Minimizing Primer. This is the greasiest crap I've ever put on my face. I may as well faceplant a pizza, because this is so greasy. It's just not nice. It's not bad. It's not bad. I don't really think it minimises my pores. It does smooth my face, and it does put my makeup on quite well nicely, but it doesn't minimise my pores. It doesn't do what it says it's going to do on the tin, which irritates me. Don't claim to do all of these big things. If you know you don't do it, just don't. And it's greasy, and I just don't like applying it. And I mean, I even like the outside of the bottle is greasy, and it's just, yeah, I don't like it. Tea break before my last 3 products. Okay, the next product is bronzer. Now, I do not use it for a bronzer. I like to use it for something else, which I will tell you about in a moment. But this bronzer, as a bronzer, is terrible, and I will show you why. This is the Body Shop Golden Bronze Dome thing, and it's like a baked bronzer, and I'm not particularly angry at baked bronzers. I quite like them. This one's very pretty. It's a little bit cracked, which I don't really understand, but it's pretty. I will show you why this does not make a good bronzer, and I don't think it will really make a good bronzer for anyone. Like, that is it at the bottom. It is so orange, and it's also incredibly shimmery, which I don't mind, you know, girl, on a day, sometimes you gotta get a little bit of glitter on your face, but just no, it's just too much. It's too much glitter, it's too much shimmer, it's not a great colour, it's certainly not for my skin tone, and I can't really see it working for a lot of other people's skin tones either, if I'm honest. And this is the lightest one. Go figure. They don't do anything below this that's lighter. So I'm like, who are you catering for? The Kardashians? Oompa Loompas? I don't get it. Meh. But I do use this for an eyeshadow, and as an eyeshadow, it's one of the best eyeshadows I've ever used. It blends gorgeously, it looks really nice on the lid, it stays really well, it lasts really well. So I would say it's a shit bronzer. It is a fantastic eyeshadow. So, you know, multi-purpose, doing that. The last 2 things that I want to show you are both foundations, and I left these for last because they were the last thing I grabbed. I was going to make up a reason, I can't think of one. Tea break. I love tea. I'll tell you what we're going to do. In the comments, give me a shout out if you love tea. Alright, just give us a little shout out. Tell me what tea is your favourite. What's your favourite tea bags? Do you like herbal tea? Do you like bog standard breakfast tea? Do you like a bit of both? Just let me know. Let me know in the comments. I want to know. I want to know about you guys. I want to know your guys' tea preferences. Now that's out of the way. Foundations. This, I don't even know why it exists. This is the Rimmel Stay Matte Liquid Mousse Foundation. Now, I got this in the shade Light Ivory. And I'm not going to lie, this is quite a good colour match. Like, it's a great colour match. When I first put it on, I was like, yeah, girl not looking bad for a $4.99 foundation. Girl not looking too bad. I'm liking it. And I went out, and 3 hours later, I was orange. This thing oxidized like hell. Honestly, I don't understand what happened. I put it on and I was like, okay, I can work with it. It's not the best, but I can work with it. And I went out, and I was in my partner's car at the time, when he had a car. He's now got a bike, but he had a car. And I flipped down the Truth Teller of Doom, which is the car mirror, which, if you want to know how bad you look in a car mirror. For some weird reason, they are the Truth Tellers of Doom. And if you're looking even the tiniest bit crappy, it will tell you that you look like Satan. Anyway, and I just flipped this mirror down and was like, why didn't you tell me I looked this orange? Why did you not tell me how bad I looked? And he was like, well, you didn't when I first saw you. And I'm like, yeah, but you must have seen it turning orange. And he was like, well, you didn't. And I'm like, good point. Yeah, okay. Fair play to you. And it just oxidized to the point where it just... I mean, I know most foundations, especially liquids, oxidize. That doesn't annoy me. But it legit went about 4 shades darker. And I was like, what? Why? And, I mean, the texture's not great either, if I'm honest. Like, the formula's not that great. So, meh. And the last thing that I want to show you, again, I had high hopes for this, but probably too high a hope, if I'm honest. I literally paid $2.99 for this, so that tells you the type of girl I am, how classy I am. Anyway, and I picked this up in a pharmacy. Go figure. And it is the Collection Lasting Perfection Foundation. And I bought this because I bought the concealer and was like, well, the two must go together. Because that's kind of how you think. Now, I love Collection. I love their eyeshadows, I love their eyeliners, I love their lipsticks. Their face products just not so much. I don't know what it is. And this was the cakiest foundation I have ever graced my face with. It says it lasts up to 16 hours. Mine lasted about 3 before it went patchy and just looked so bad I had to take it off. And continued my day with no foundation on because it just looked too bad. Flawless coverage. Bull. Does not give flawless coverage. I am quite freckly over my nose area, and you could still see my freckles, so I do not call that flawless coverage. And I'm not mad at my freckles. I quite like them. But when I'm looking for something that is full coverage, which is what I was looking for bad days or whatever, and it's not, I'm like, well, don't pretend to be full coverage. Just be like, oh, I'm a BB cream, because then I'll be cool with you. I'll be like, okay, you're obviously a BB cream, so I am expecting out of you what I expect out of any other BB cream. Don't pretend to be a foundation if you're not. Apparently it minimises imperfections. Again, that is a total load of nonsense. SPF 20, it might be. And I also don't think it's oil free either. And it was just, like I said, it was cakey. It didn't blend out well. It was patchy. It clung to every hair, every dry patch, everything on my face. If anything, it emphasised my imperfections, and it's just not a good product. So, pardon me, if you have quite oily skin, this would probably work well for you. But for somebody like me with dry to combination, just no. So that completes my products that I regret buying or that I'm disappointed in kind of video thing. I don't know, I'll make up a title. I hope that it was informative, and I hope that you're not too mad at me for not dissing these products, but just explaining to you why they didn't work for me and why I don't like them. I hope it was helpful, and if you'd like to see more of these videos, please let me know down below in the comments. And also, don't forget to tell me about your tea. I want to know all about your tea. Okay, thank you very much for watching. I love you guys so, so much. If you haven't already, please hit the big thumbs up button and also the big red subscribe button, which is down one of these sides somewhere. I love you all. Thank you very, very much for watching. Bye bye.